who is responsible for returning this man to the United States after the Trump administration mistakenly deported him to El Salvador. The Supreme Court has called Kilmar Abrego Garcia's deportation illegal and has ordered the Trump administration to facilitate his return to the U.S. But the Trump administration has insisted that it's
up to El Salvador if they want to return him. That's not up to us.
A federal judge in Maryland thinks otherwise. She has asked the Trump administration to provide daily updates on what they're doing to bring Kilmar Abrego Garcia back to the U.S. Now, fact check time. President Bukele of El Salvador does have the power to bring him back to the U.S. if he wanted to. And there's no indication U.S. officials are stopping that from happening.
If they wanted to return him, we would facilitate it, meaning provide a plane.
But Bukele does not have to do anything. Judges here in the U.S., even the Supreme Court, can't order him to do a thing.
Can I return him to the United States? Like I smuggle him into the United States, or what do I do? Of course, I'm not going to do it. I don't have the power to return him to the United States.
The federal judge overseeing Garcia's case says he has no criminal record in the U.S. or in El Salvador, and that a gang membership accusation back in 2019, the reason the Trump administration says they deported him, was, quote, a singular, unsubstantiated allegation. And the Trump administration has suggested that if Garcia were to return to the U.S., they would just deport him again.
No version of this legally ends up with him ever living here because he is a citizen of El Salvador.
Now that decision is well within the power of the government, as long as Abrego Garcia is given due process, aka the ability to explain why he believes he shouldn't be deported, and as long as he just isn't sent back to El Salvador. So here's the bottom line. If neither country takes action to bring Garcia back to the U.S., then Garcia remains in El Salvador, where he's been in what's called CCOT, a terrorism confinement center.